In this episode, we'll tackle mechanical licenses. We'll find out what is a mechanical license, when should you use one, and how you can get one today. Stay tuned.
Oh, really, guys? SG had to call on me, Jesus, to get you to subscribe? After all the prayers of Jesus made me a rich producer, I want to be a successful YouTube channel? I sent you one of the best. I have. Why do you think he is called SG1? Subscribe.
Okay, over the years, many of you have been following me and finding out so much about the music industry you might not have known before. No one component is any less important than the next. If you don't understand key components to the entertainment business, you could be setting your career up for failure. Mechanical license is one of those components that is a must-need to understand. Many times I've said to you in the past that your success depends on you, and that success depends on your understanding of what you're doing in the industry, no matter what it may be. From YouTube, making videos, music production, singer, songwriter, artist, it doesn't matter, even engineering. You need to understand the key components in the music industry and how it could affect what you're trying to do. So in this episode, we talk about mechanical licenses and what it is. What is a mechanical license? A mechanical license in copyright law is basically this. It's a license that grants limited permission to study, work with, improve upon, re-record with a particular type of sheet music. Let me explain. Within copyright, there's at least two distinct copyrights that you have to be concerned about. One actually embodies the actual music composition that you're talking about. This is also considered sheet music, or the musical works. Now, the musical works could also contain a different type of copyright, which involves the lyrics. So now you have lyrics and you also have the composition itself. Combined creates a completely different copyright within itself. You have the lyrics now mixed in with the music and you have a complete body of work. Now for clarity, there is a copyright for the actual music work itself or the composition. The second copyright is the music and the lyrics together. Are you following? Now to be clear, the copyright law also includes the copyright within a phono record. And what is a phono record? Based on the definition of a phono record could be anything that actually houses or stores that particular music. Now understand that copyright law includes any tangible medium or any device, MP3 player, record, CD, as copyrightable. I think I just made up a word. But anyway, they consider all that in use within the copyright law. But best believe it works to the benefit of record labels. It also works for the benefit of producers or songwriters or artists like yourself, also selling to said artists or artists is actually purchasing from you. Now, understanding the mechanical licenses actually works for you in one simple way. Now, it's not unusual to have two different distinct parties owning two different types of copyrights. One particular party owning the actual musical composition, the other party owning the actual tangible medium that that composition is actually owned on. And how that plays a part in what you're doing is also considered license as well. We'll delve into that particular subject at a different time. Now, mechanical license allows the person who holds the copyright of said musical composition, whether it be lyrics and music or lyrics, music, and the medium, to be able to offer a license for use to a third party. Bruh. Now, let's be clear. A mechanical license does not give that person or party that you granted the mechanical license the right to resample your music from a phono record. Remember what a phono record is. A phono record is any cassette tape, CD, vinyl record, MP3 player, or anything, even future technology they would consider iCloud. This does not give you the right to resample from any device storing said musical composition. Therefore, you would have to acquire the work from the original copyright holder and or producer or musician. Now I'm going to give you an example of what mechanical licenses would allow another party to do once you grant him a mechanical license. The example I'm going to use is what I found online. Puff Daddy did a song called Every Breath I Take. He basically contacts the police or the copyright holder of that underlying composition. When he contacts them, he's now required in part or full the rights to reproduce that particular song created by the police. It does not allow him to go and purchase a CD, cassette tape, MP3, or anything off the cloud and then sample that particular song and then put it in his composition. Are you clear? If Puffy wanted to sample from the actual phono record and or the medium that he chose to get it, he would have to have 2 actual licenses. I say 2, that's 4.
Bruh.
He would have to have 2 actual licenses. He would have to have a mechanical license from the original copyright owner, and we have to have a license from the actual phono record copyright holder as well. Basically, he would not be able to sample a song from a CD with just a mechanical license. He would be required to get 2 licenses, one from the actual mechanical license or copyright holder of the mechanical license, and the second one would be from the actual person who owns the copyright of the phono record or medium. Now you ask, how do someone acquire a mechanical licenses? Well, there are several different ways you can go about acquiring a mechanical license. One particular famous and most used avenue is the Harry Fox Agency. The other being EasySongLicenses.com. I'll leave a link in the description below so you can go check them out yourself. Now, what do the Harry Fox Agency actually do and other licenses company like them actually do? They actually collect, distribute royalties. They collect a per song service fee of roughly $16 per musical composition that you propose they actually license for you. Now, how is the license actually used? A lot of musicians actually acquire the license so that they can actually reproduce a song or their favorite song or a cover song of a particular type artist, go into concert and actually generate revenue from that mechanical license. They can actually record themselves playing or reproducing this particular musical composition and or sell copies of that performance. Now, who is a mechanical license not for? It is not for an artist that is distributing original work. If you produced the track, you wrote the lyrics, you did the entire song, you don't have to worry about getting a mechanical license because it's yours. So that's easy. And what is going on in mediums like YouTube is you have many different people that are doing cover songs and reproducing other artists' music without mechanical license. What that does is put you at risk and in jeopardy of being sued because you're reproducing a song without proper permission. Which is why a lot of people who have YouTube channels that you're seeing do cover songs can't monetize their channel. That channel's monetization is actually being converted over to the original artist's record label and or licensing company or licensing company or whoever holds the copyright for a particular work that they are covering. Now, does that mean that you cannot be sued once they monetize your particular situation? Yes and no. It's really up to the actual copyright holder or the person holding the license. It's up to them to determine what they want. There may be a certain situations where you are monetizing a particular cover song or have done a cover song and you're able to monetize it and no copyright infringement was placed on your channel. That allows you basically to get away for now, but does not mean that you'll get away in the future. If said artist and or license holder stumble upon your particular YouTube channel and see where you have had 2 million, 3 million views and that you monetize that and made a couple of $1,000s, that basically leaves you open for lawsuit. So you have to be very careful when you're doing covers and reproducing, because I know a lot of people will say, well, if I reproduce the track, that's not sampling it, so how could they sue me? Well, because you're actually reproducing in a form of original art, and under the copyright law and with mechanical licenses, it is clearly stated that any reproduction is allowed under a mechanical license. Therefore, you're actually reproducing it and you're falling under the guidelines of what should be a mechanical license, and you did not acquire one, and it basically opens you up for lawsuit. So you YouTubers out there that are doing renditions and reproducing your favorite artist's track, you got to be very careful with that and cross your fingers that they monetize your track and they actually decide they want to make money off of it, versus you getting away from the monetization part of it, or actually getting away with being able to monetize it and then later on it comes and bites you on your. Why should you offer a mechanical license to someone that is purchasing a track, and or why should you acquire a mechanical license from someone that you purchased a track? It's because you plan on redistributing the music. Mechanical licenses for you as an artist and or producer or YouTuber should be used when you decide to sell a beat. You are now allowing an artist or YouTuber to be able to reproduce and or add lyrics to your songs, tracks, or anything of that nature, and now they actually have a mechanical license that you've given them in order to be able to use their songs legally. What that does for you is it protects you, it protects the artist, because they will be redistributing your particular music, and that's the key. And as the mechanical laws and copyright laws shown, any form of redistribution requires a mechanical license from the said copyright holder. It's very important that you give the person or your buyer the security of having a mechanical license in place with you, which is basically an agreement allowing them to be able to use your particular music. For you guys purchasing music, you also want to have that mechanical license in place to protect yourself as well. Now, for those of you who put your music online on YouTube and say free to use, royalty free, just give you credit or link back to your particular website or YouTube channel, a mechanical license isn't needed. You've put it out there in the public domain stating that it's free to use, and with technology, we're able to go back now and see that that is what you've done through archived web pages or web searches or Wayback Machine. So we'll be able to see that this is done. So an artist that decides to use public domain music is pretty safe in a situation like that, as long as you make sure that you document where you received the music from, what it said, as far as the usage of it, and agree to the terms of usage. Many a times copyright claims can be disputed if you simply document where you got the music from and what the terms was for that particular usage of that music. We've beaten many copyright claims from those type of situations, and I've helped many YouTubers get past copyright claims once they have done certain steps or followed certain steps that protects themselves. Now the question becomes, how do you actually issue a mechanical license to a potential buyer of your music, and or you as a potential buyer actually acquire a mechanical license? We have a mechanical license within the Music Millionaires kit that you can get in the link below. And we're going to give the Music Millionaire kit to anyone that is actually supporting us on our Patreon link in the description below. All you have to do is click on the link below, go to our Patreon website, sign up, support us. You'll automatically become eligible for the Music Millionaire kit and also the support behind it. For non-producers who say, why would I buy the Music Millionaire kit? Because this kit also have contracts within it that also allows you to be empowered as an artist or YouTuber to be able to protect yourself. And if you meet a producer or someone who do not have the proper tools, you'll be able to give him a copy of what you have as a contract to give you rights to that particular music that you may want. How will this kit work for YouTubers and or songwriters? Well, easy. If you find a producer or song that you particularly want to use and that producer does not have an actual contract that will protect you from actually getting sued later on, you can use the contracts within our kit to actually provide to this producer. You guys negotiate it, work it out, figure out the terms that you want to do, because it's all templates that you can use with basic agreements. Okay, nothing in our kit is not a basic agreement, but you guys can work it the way you want to work it, give it to this producer, and then you're protected and you're protecting him as well. And it also shows good business practice. It says, hey, we're on the up and up, we're trying to be fair, you're trying to be fair, and also I want to protect my project and the work that I'm working on because it's important to me, and it shows that you're a business-minded person and allows people to want to deal with you more. Hey guys, we want to thank you for tuning in on this episode of Music Millionaires TV. Hopefully you found this episode useful and you got some information out that you didn't know and you learned something. You put a wrinkle in your brain and it helped you. If you did, make sure you hit the like button, which is that big thumbs up. Also, if it's your first time to Music Millionaires TV, make sure you hit the subscribe button and click the little bell symbol so that you can be notified when we put out new videos. Again, we want to thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure that you stay in control of your success. We'll see you guys later.